Greetings. Man, question. Where is this earth angel prophet, whatever y'all are talking about, that a corrupt group of parasites keeps trying to hide to run away from karma while all these natural disasters are happening on the planet? That just doesn't make much sense to me. That doesn't make much sense to me that they would just continue for something like that to go on. Do you think an even bigger group of reptilian parasites are making profit off of it? It's what it is, because I mean, when you say that all wars are bankers' wars, and basically, they feed on fear, and it's what it is. I mean, if you're having spiritual war, wouldn't you expect them to be at the forefront of that? It's just what it is, especially with corrupt officials protecting them. What, out of fear? Out of fear? Confirmations. What is? Oh, you gotta love AC. The single biggest sin and luxury. Azrael from Dogma. That's what it is. Anyway, Buddy Christ. Buddy Christ. Anyway. I mean, I would think that from the shadows to the spotlight. Thank you, Mel. That's what it is. It's a corrupt group of parasites. I can't do anything about that. And I mean, when they say God brings the storms, touch not my anointed. That's my question. Where is this anointed crown activation? Because I keep asking, and people keep, me, and I understand that, but I need to know, are they left or right-handed? Because the crown's not going to fit if you're only using one side of the brain or the other. It's just not. It's just what it is. You have to activate that other side of the brain. And it's what it is. And I mean, for all of these readers to talk about that very rare and specific energy being targeted and natural disasters happening and it going down in Texas. Yeehaw! It would be the lone starseed state, wouldn't it? You just say Pisces is going with lone wolf energy. And I thank the kingdom. I thank the Pisces kingdom, because I mean, Lowe does mean young wolf. So the Spirit's giving us the signs. Spirit's giving us all of the signs. And it's what it is. I mean, knowing that America they're known for cover-ups, from JFK conspiracies to moon landings. Who knows? Who knows what these people are up to? Just can't trust them anymore. You just can't trust them anymore. And I mean, with all that bribery money, come on, what cowboy ain't going to take? I got some skull and another 6-pack to go swill. I'll take that bet. You gonna regret. I'm the best there's ever been. Now. The devil went down to Texas, and it did. It was in an 11-year-old boy, as a woman in Russ County was cooking a dog. It's just what it is. I know summertime is for hot dogs and things of that nature. My dog is probably getting pretty hot at about this point, but she at least comes to the door and lets me know when she's ready to come in. So it's just what it is. Chihuahuas, they're not the smartest dogs on the planet, but I don't care. They're a lot of fun. It's all about having fun, especially when they're doing everything they can to cover up the touching of the anointed and the harming of the prophet for profit. While it looks to me like God's about to cover up California with a 1,000-foot wave. It's just you got to forgive and forget. You do. You just have to forgive them, for they know not what they do, and forget that California ever fucking existed. That's what it is. I mean, if that is the scientific fear, and I don't know, it's just what it is. I can't do anything about that. I can't do anything about that. I mean, they've had ample time. They've had ample time to come with love, light, and truth. And thank you guys for the beautiful 5-star reviews. Thank you for the beautiful 5-star reviews. It's what it is. I mean, once again, we'll do a nice visual, because I mean, when energy readers, because energy never lies, and it's what it is. That's why they say my cards don't lie. And when she talks about a corrupted group of parasites are all pointing the finger because God's wrath is just coming down on them hard, and she said body bags for everyone. And I mean, that's kind of alarming when you hear them say body bags for everyone. It's kind of shocking, don't you think? It's just what it is. But my personal advice would be stop pointing the finger. Help them out. Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. Let's do an energy read, shall we? God is all that is. Angels, archangels, ascended masters, the divine white light has to be a clear and infinite channel for your wisdom at this time for myself as well as those I do readings for. Namaste. Sweet. I mean, yeah, the whole enough is enough thing, that's just gone way out of pocket. It's gone away. And to think that all of this was caused by people high as fuck and still on drugs. Amazing how that happens. And to hear that it's, you know, and granted, I understand how alcohol is still illegal, but it's just what it is. They're distilling their spirits. They're getting in heightened states of rage, fear, and certainly in their passion. Everybody knows how, you ever seen the spider? the crook cocaine spider. It's just what it is. Anyway, the alcohol spider, it had fucking 50,000 young. So we've all kind of been there. Anyway, that's the concern. Is like, why? Because we're not responsible for how other people feel, and why you have all of these energies in the past still in their feelers when there's been every opportunity for them to heal. No. Revenge was the factor. And vengeance is mine, saith the 1,000-foot tsunami in California. It's just what it is. I can't do anything about that. Right? And I mean, to hear that devil energy, that destiny swapping devil energy that is in California. That's what it is. I mean, do you think that's God exercising the ability to make waves in someone's life? That's what it is. I can't do anything about that. I can't do anything about that. I don't care to do anything about that. It's just what it is. We want to enjoy the ascension process. And I guess my question is, where are those that have ascended? Because you got that energy about Pisces calling out a fake fucking psychic that's been taking everyone's money. And that's the thing is, I mean, they have an ascension school program. You have an earth angel that has ascended to the halo activation. And it's like everybody I talk to from that class where I invested, because they keep saying, that God puts the earth angel in these people's lives as a lesson or a blessing with karma or dharma tenfold. And they always do. They take the karma, become enemies against the divine. Fucking what kind of intuitive does shit like that? But that's the question, is when I ask these people, and granted, I've used some of the techniques. I don't disagree with that at all. But I also found the techniques that are being taught as someone else's techniques, and it's just what it is, corrupt group of parasites cashing in on the spiritual community. I would think. And, and then when you ask them, has anyone in that class ascended? And they're like, no. It's like, well, it's fucking money well spent, isn't it? Money well spent while they were doing everything they could to stop the divine union. It's just what it is, because, I mean, coming into union with the divine, that is a connection to the Most High. It's just what it is. That way you just let the Most High handle all your problems for you. It's a test of faith. It's a test of faith. It's just what it is. And, I mean, yes, I understand that they when people use metaphysical means like voodoo, Santeria, black magic, whatever the fuck they try, you girls said they tried everything. So if they tried everything and failed, hang on, Daisy's more important than you are right now. So when they say they tried everything to sacrifice the earth, that's going to be the energy of Harry Potter surviving Voldemort and his evil band of cult members. And that's what it is. I mean, you're more than welcome to prove me wrong, but if that's the energy that these ladies are putting out in multiple readings, that's just my interpretation. That's my simple interpretation. It's just what it is. We'll go from the scar on the forehead to the one on the lip. It's just what it is. I can't do anything about that. I can't do anything about that left brain, right brain, subconscious mind. Let's do an energy read, shall we? It's just what it is. And I mean, fucking, the cult wants to take credit for the Earth Angels' ascension. Well, no. They get credit for the natural disasters because God brings the storms when you do that. It's what their Bible says. It's what a lot of other religious texts. And you don't play with Mother Nature. It's just a simple fucking fact. Anyone with half a brain should know that. And if they're left or right-handed, chances are they were only using half of their brain trying to mimic an INFJ. Simple enough. Simple enough. I can't do anything about that. Can't do anything about that. Cards in the upright? No, cool. Flip them around. It's just what it is. And I mean, as all of these things continue to come out in the open, it's like, they don't believe in Earth Angels. They don't believe in God. Cool. And then we're just going to leave it that way. Let God exercise his power. That's what it is. She said God's already showed these karmics that they lost. I was like, well, yeah, they should have known that with the wrong dead dad for Thanksgiving. Or Lake Isabella earthquake for Mother's Day. But we have to forget all that shit. It's in the past. It's in the past. We just have to forgive that and let it go. Just let it go. Surrender to the divine. I agree. We have to surrender to the divine. So, I mean, when a reader comes out with the devil working through Pisces toxic X on Father's Day, that's not Pisces that the devil's working through. That's Pisces toxic X. Just what it is. Just what else was there? And I mean, talking about trying to block the Earth Angels' intuition. Cool. Where are these Earth Angels? Those are the most important thing. Because if they're trying to stop that, that must be something that's important to continue going. So we want to focus on that and let God handle the rest of it with 1,000-foot waves, earthquakes, volcanoes, whatever it may be. Whatever it may be. It's just what it is. You can't trust the news. You can't trust anything they report anymore. They only report the bad stuff anyway. So you wait until the aftermath of a 1,000-foot tsunami. You'll fucking hear all about it forever. Forever. It's just what it is. Just what it is. But when I hear that they're trying to, the government officials are trying to protect a corrupt group of reptilians, is that based on what that lizard people documentary? Because they did a lizard people documentary. I posted it in my community page. Simple enough. And I mean, I don't judge the reptilians. I met Shaman Napoleon in Vegas. He was pretty cool. I dated one for a little while, but as soon as they know that you're an INFJ seer of souls and you can see the energy or their higher self or through their form, opens up a whole can of worms. They don't like that shit. They don't like that shit. There too, again, they don't spend 6 months activating their astral sight just to see things, because that's it. Once a seer, an INFJ seer of souls, they make memes about that shit. I know most people can't fucking think past a meme, so I'll just refer them to that. It's just where they write books on that shit. Since we know how nobody reads anymore. We know how nobody reads. If they listen to the devil, read them bedtime stories in California. It's just what it is. I can't do anything about that. I can't do anything about that. Anyway, fuck yeah, the Earth Angel. The Bodhisattva. That's what it is. An enlightened being that sees the divinity in all beings. That's what it is. I really don't give a shit. It's simple enough. Yeah, leaving this person alone. Yeah, chances are you want to leave a person like that the fuck alone. See that? That's called a crown of thorns. That is called a crown activation. That is called an Earth Angel's halo. That is the energy that is affecting everyone in Tarot land. And it's what it is. That is an ascended being, as an ascended master. That's what it is. So we're looking for those on your planet. That's what it is. Like attracts like. That's what it is. And if they're trying to cover one up, chances are none of them are it. Those are all copycat cover-ups. Top row is the 5D, moving down through time and space into the 3D. Failure. Absolute spiritual failures from the past have led to upside-down manifestations. The enemies are losing everything. Natural disasters, storms, hurricanes, volcanoes, earthquakes. Ask Dexter right after the blood rituals. Anyway, women who can teach you anything are stepping up into the plate, and it's just what it is, bringing harmony and balance to the situation. They hate the tarot community? Well, that's because spiritual court never lies. Energy doesn't lie. Are there many interpretations with thousands of people coming in? Yes, I agree with that. But when multiple readers are picking up the halo activation, the crown of thorns, The Eye of Ra activation. Cool. Where are those other individuals? Right? Because they're trying to sacrifice that individual, and that's some fucking dumb shit. That's crucifixion. And we all know how well that goes for them, don't we? That's what it is. Yeah, God's not allowing it this lifetime. We have no compassion for that shit. So we have compassion for storms. We do. We love the weather. Never talked to an INFJ about the weather, but, they wanted to create waves in the divine being's life. And, keep in mind, with those Egyptian roots that these ladies keep talking about, what the fuck makes you think that Egypt turned into, was it just sand in the beginning, or was that after spiritual warfare? Ooh, people and their egos. I hear a narcissistic group of parasites went after one individual and failed miserably. The cards don't lie, and that is the predominant question in this reading. Yeah, removing that negative energy. Simple enough. What is done in the dark comes to the light. It's just what it is. I can't do anything about that. They tried to do everything they could to stop it at all costs, and God told them no. God said no. Not going to happen. Sorry about that. It's just what it is. Can't do anything about that. Can't fucking stop. Even Marjorie Taylor Greene told you that the hand of God was removing evil, and then they still try to fucking cover it up, still try to go against God, still try to cause delays. And that was the energy in the cards last night, was that slow moving delay decision making. But divine justice, oh no, that's swift as fuck. That's hurricanes, volcanoes, earthquakes. That's chop, that's get on the fucking move, human puppet. Get your ass off the ground, get your flat feet fucking moving, sound the sirens, air horns, get it the fuck on. Utter failures fucking over their lies. Look at that. Can't do anything about that. Bunch of lying failures. Imagine that shit. It's just what it is. Love, light, and truth set you free, and they all got basically sent to hell. I can't do anything about that. Their manifestations are upside down, and wealth, they're losing everything for coming after one of the chosen. And I can't do anything. Where is that chosen? That's the most important thing, because if every reader on the planet is talking about that individual being the fuck around and find out healer, I'm looking for those healers so I don't make the half-wit dumbass mistake of fucking around and finding out. People are worried. That's what it is. Spiritual women who can teach you anything in the spiritual community are worried currently. It's just what it is. I can't do anything about that. Can't do anything about that. Harmony and balance on the situation. Yeah, it's being supported by a bunch of upside down families. Spiritual harmony and balance is coming from families being ripped the fuck apart so they can never do what they have the shit that they're doing. Rip that shit apart. They can't do it anymore. We got no compassion for that shit. Here's my card. Simple enough. Forgive and forget. I mean, we can sit here and promote peace all day long. Chaos and calamities coming, probably in a 1,000-foot tsunami. It's a probability, but with the way things have been going here lately, it's just what it is. From Dexter to the softer side of Aaron being upgraded to a hurricane. Narcissists are in their fucking egos over top of a master. Can't do anything about that. Did they play with the master? This is what it is. Can't do anything about it. What does an ascended master look like? An earth angel. But that person doesn't look like an earth angel. What, do I need to grow my fucking beard out, put on a funny hat, get underneath the Bodhi tree? Is that what it is? This is kind of what we do. Oh, he's lazy. All he does is spend time in meditation. Yeah, that's how you get closer to God, you fucking half-wit. That's what it is. You gotta think, God always gets the last laugh, and now that they're not laughing anymore, I'm amping it up. I just am. So Pisces, you will witness their karma. Yes, tarot reader, we're seeing it every day. A little bit more karma every day. A little bit. Get your popcorn, Pisces. I agree. Fuck it. Let me go get you some in the microwave. It's just what it is. They're doing everything they can to stop the tower, and fucking doing everything I can not to laugh about it. It's just what it is. No gratitude in the situation. Spirit is removing the negative energy because there was no gratitude shown. They were relentless. They had no mercy. And now God is showing no mercy to a corrupt group of parasites profiting off of a prophet. Congratulations. It's just what it is. They didn't want to see this side of Pisces, and that's fine. That's fine. Chances are, after a couple more natural disasters, we won't have to see any side of them. It's just what it is. I can't do anything about that. Right? Failures and liars were nurtured. Congratulations. Where did that get you? Manifestations upside down. They're losing everything because of their greed, and we got emotional balance out of it. Congratulations. It's just what it is. You don't want to see anyone fail. You don't want to see anyone not succeed. But when entire groups go up against one of God's chosen, an earth angel, it's a fucking birth chart. It's the universe's sweetheart. It's the morning star. God's secret weapon. The diamond aura activation. Cool. So a corrupt group of parasites went after that, wanting to see that individual fail. What they wanted for another is what they wanted for themselves. Now they're all, oh God, we can't beat them. We have to join them. No. What is done is done. What comes around goes around. You have to forgive them. Yeah, I forgive them. Because forgiveness is truly for me. You have to forget them so that you never have to forgive them again. Simple enough. Prayers have been answered. Look at that. We are nurturing our prayers being answered. Women who can teach you anything that are worried as shit right now, prayers are being answered. Thank you for that. Your gold diggers, your clout chasers, your witches. That's what it is. I can't do anything about that. A bunch of network marketers cashing in on the spiritual community when spiritual businesses come with fucking spirits. We told them that over and over again, right? What happens when they abuse that divine connection? They lose that divine connection. That's why I ask them the questions they can't fucking answer. Somebody with a divine connection would be able to answer that. Anyway. And then they get fucking mad at me because why? The INFJ is a human lie detector? They make memes about that. I know people can't fucking think past a meme. They make memes for that. They get their intelligence, their research, all of their fucking accolades of consciousness out of a meme. They make you a meme about the INFJ is a human lie detector. Oh, people are fighting. That's what it is. They're fighting with memes. They didn't understand that shit was a spiritual psyop. And I'm telling you, we had the energy in the cards last year about Archangel Michael saving Taurus. Okay, cool. Mark Zuckerberg is a Taurus. He was already in court for the fucking bullying of shit online. Cool. So it continued, and then they brought in fucking magic and sigils and shit, posting that online. Cool. So how is spell work backfiring on people? Tarot land? If the spell work is backfiring on them, how are they able to cast the spells? Tarot land. How are they able to do that? Is it on Facebook? Is it in a meme? Is that spell work in a meme? Fucking no love there. It's just what it is. Can't do anything about that. I mean, it's separating yourself from the drama. What is it causing? A wicked universal clapback. That's what it is. The universe does not give a shit what you think, what you say, or what you do. It only responds to how you feel. So when you've got a bunch of fucking drama queens taking all of their dirty laundry to Tarot land or to fucking Facebook, casting that shit upon the masses, making them feel a certain way, the universe doesn't understand a fucking joke. It's what it is. It loves you unconditionally. Simple enough. So that means one fucking person manifesting disaster for everyone around them. Thank you for the beautiful 5-star reviews. Everybody wants under the Earth Angel's umbrella of protection. No, they don't. Not fucking at all. Simple enough. I refuse. That's what it is. Pisces, you will witness their karma. Well, yeah, how the fuck am I going to witness their karma if they're in my umbrella of protection? Change your consciousness. That's what it is. What's done is done. How is a soul possibly going to grow if it doesn't go through all the soul lessons of an angelic nature plucked out of the underworld? That's what it is. I can't do anything about that. They wanted the destiny, but they didn't do their research. Now that the truth has come out, God allowed the destiny swap to happen. I can't do anything about that. Removing that negative energy from an upside down show of gratitude. Health is a concern. It's just what I would say, 1,000-foot tsunami hitting California. That's certainly a fucking concern for people's health. Just what it is. I know a great healer that's going to go on vacation about the time that shit happens. It's just what it is. I mean, you can't help everyone. You can't help everyone. Nothing they ever do will grow again. Simple enough. Simple enough. Looks like the emotional balance. Yeah, people with no intuition. Our emotional balance is coming because the mark of the beast has been taken. They're marked. They can't think. That's what it is. Right? And now you've got everyone feeling, oh God, we went up against the bringer of divine justice. That's what it is. The last one, they wanted to wake up. When that earth angel wakes up and ascends, oh God, that activates divine justice. That's what it is. It's a higher vibration. Reader after reader. The earth angel has ascended too high. Yes, I have come above hell. That's what it is. All that chaos and calamity, that's hell. That's what it is. It's hell on earth. I want no part of that. Do you want a part of hell on earth? No. Okay, well, cool. You shouldn't be dipped in the middle of it. That's what it is. It's what it is. Yes, somebody's karmic spouse. Somebody's karmic spouse is in the fucking upright with prayers being answered over worry. They prayed for worry. They prayed for someone else's downfall, and now they're worried. Spiritual teachers who could teach you anything, they're worried because they prayed for the fucking downfall of another. Well, yeah, what did they teach you? How to get karma? Those would be karmic spiritual teachers. That's what it is. They wanted fame. They wanted fortune. They got karma. That's what it is. Harmony and balance over top of families being ripped apart. Everybody's fighting in chaos and calamity. Yeah, spirit's on the case. I hear Pisces ancestors are giving them all the skibbity paps. Is that true? What does it look like when a paranormal INFJ Pisces ancestors start giving people the skibbity paps? They certainly don't want that truth to come out. And I'm telling you, if they cast that djinn on me, that was the dumbest thing they could have ever possibly done. I have learned that past life lesson. What did it lead to? Wherever they're going, God allowed the destiny swap. Simple enough. Yeah, look at that energy exchange. What they wanted for another is what they wanted for themselves. Thank you, universe. Thank you for that. We appreciate that. It's just what it is. Now, a bunch of fucking spiritual narcissists over top of a fucking Reiki master changing the consciousness on what you attune to or initiate into is what it is. I don't know what kind of initiation they had planned or what kind of sacrifice they were looking forward to, but what they wanted for another is what the whole herd wanted for themselves. Spirit is removing that negative energy with no gratitude. Health is upside down, which means so are the masculines. It's just what it is. The devil cannot create without feminine energy. Okay, great. So you have a balanced masculine and feminine creator consciousness on your planet. Hey, man, we got this. Every reader on the planet's talking about this earth angel encased in a diamond white Merkaba protected by God. Let's attack that shit so that tenfold karma bounces back on us. Dumbest shit I ever heard. Yeah, it's a return to sender gone horribly wrong. Pisces, God is protecting you from people you don't even know. Have anything to do with planes that can't fly? That's what it is. We're removing our negative energy and putting our heart into going forward. There's no need to worry about the past. They're being taken care of by God's hands. Marjorie Taylor Greene said the hand of God would be taking care of evil. What does God do? Create 1,000-foot waves? No gratitude for the situation. You got a friend in me. Happy to be of service. Simple enough. People's health is upside down. They're karmics. Karmics getting their karma. Karmics do the same shit every lifetime. It doesn't matter what happens in a spiritual war. You can put their heads on sticks. You can they never learn their karmic lessons. They do this. They repeat karmic patterns every lifetime. That's why they're called karmics. We're taking our power back. That's what it is. Witches siphoning because they didn't want to do the work. They did not want to do. I don't have time to meditate. I have time to do this spell book and some voodoo and siphon energy off of a sun healer. I've got time for that, but I don't have the time. I have time to fucking worry about what someone else is doing. That's what it is. You gotta admit. That's what it is. Pisces, Sun, Water, Leo, Rising, Fire, Gemini, Moonshine. It's energy that affects them in ways they don't understand. Now that they have siphoned it, they have become obsessive. It's fucking moonshine. It's firewater. Spiritual firewater, baby. They're stupid. I bet they are obsessed. They now have an allergy to fucking energy. Is it going to cause them health problems? Fucking, what happens when you get obsessed to moonshine? Oh, blah! Fucking Barney. Namaste.